So these two images now are basically just before impact, okay? Look at the difference in your body movement on the right-hand side compared to what was on there. I mean, that is right foot off the ground, your hips are aiming over here, your chest is... I mean, you are just literally like, wah! Firing everything at the golf ball to try and, I think, in your mind, create speed. Well, put the club on your hip and try and make it make some noise. Not a lot of noise there, is there, really? Put your hand there and get some speed this way. You can still generate, and that last one there, without, in your mind, a lot of body effort, 250 and a yard off the fairway. And why it feels a bit more stable for you is the fact your feet now are able to move a lot more that way. Now, you're going to hang back here because your body's still hanging back, which is inevitable, okay? You will soon realise after time that you can just let this body release through, because it will do. You're trying so hard to keep it back that you're just sort of stopping everything there. Your top half's always going to rotate through. This moves a little bit less, so this is just a hang on, like a last resort kind of thing. So in time, you'll release that better. What we don't want to see really is, say, you always have a little bit laid off here and flat. So this now is going to shut the club face occasionally. You come back down, the club now coming back way then from the inside and behind. You try and fire the body to, I think, get the club back round in front of you by spinning so much. And then it's just like, okay, hang on to it, flick the hands. And if you get it wrong, it's almost like getting your fingers there and trying to jam them together. You could, sometimes, if you get it wrong, it's going to sting a little bit, okay? Because everything's working a little bit against each other. And the feel that you eventually will have to have, at the moment, it feels as though your body's not moving at all. As I say, you get to the top of the backswing, left arm's a smidgen higher, so there's a bit less of the sort of right shoulder showing there, okay? As you come back, keep the back to target for as long as you can. So even just that move there, there's a little bit of dropping with your arms as the body stays quieter. It's going to unwind. It's inevitable, okay? That club's coming back down through your right forearm nicely, back down there. And at least now, just before impact, your shoulders are slightly open and the hips are slightly left to target, which is fine. But they feel to you like they're like here, yeah? And the reason why I think you, like a lot of other people, struggle with this thing is because they get to the top of the backswing here now. There's so much tension in their grip, their arms, their hands. You've created kind of positions that are kind of locked and then just go... How do you bring the arms back down? I should just spin everything as fast as I can, yeah? When we had the club up here, lift it straight up over your shoulder, drop it, yeah? If you lock your arms in now, try and bring it down, the whole body's going to go with you, yeah? Which is why when you're up here, to get the arms back to that object down the ground, the golf ball, the whole body has to spin and twist with it, which is going to send you off your feet a little bit. You find your feet, when you come to the golf ball, slide a little bit. There's a little dancing, all sort of Scotty Scheffler sort of style. And again, you're a decent player, we know that, okay? You can manage this swing 6-7 times out of 10, you're all right. But when it goes wrong with the distance you at the golf ball, it's probably a lost ball, isn't it? Yeah. And 3 or 4 bad tee shots in a round of golf, that's 6 shots. We're trying to play, you shoot 81. Obviously, you kept the ball in play, as you said. That's why. If you just had 3 of those drives not been in the fairway, they ended up and they were not in play, you're looking at 87. Well, suddenly now you're not sort of going, yeah, 87. It's like, well, yeah, you want to break that 80 barrier, keep the ball in play. If it goes a bit further, happy days. But if it's straighter, keep the ball under control. And this is going to be the same with all clubs, obviously. I think you'll find it with your irons probably easier to achieve. So you might get a few shots hooking with your irons initially when the arms might sort of start catching up and going a bit too fast, yeah? But then you can kind of find that balance point in between the two. So does that make sense, yeah?
Yeah.
So it's just, I think from a summary point of view, when you're playing, yeah, you can rehearse, turn, let the arms come down this way. When you're in golf ball, just think about getting this out of the way, yeah? You can't really think about trying to do all these things down there because it's so fast. You've got to try and rehearse, train, learn that movement. And I think as a good example, I know some people sweat more than others, some people get hot, they can temperature control. But if you're coming in here and it's like, you're just so amped up and tense, every muscle is on firing on every sinew, that you're just putting too much effort into the shot, yeah? So if we can have a hour range session on here when you're practicing and you come away and go, oh, feel okay, yeah? Now when I practice, I'll come off the golf course wearing probably 2 or 3 of these, hit 100 balls or 50 balls or whatever over a longer period because I'm taking my time, and I'll walk back in there and it's like, yeah, absolutely fine, yeah? I'm not going to go, because I'm not gripping on for dear life. I'm not trying to move this furniture around the range, yeah? And that's when people come off here and they've gone past it and looked, so they've taken this and they're trying to drag it around the sim somewhere because they're like, every muscle is like, come on. They're just working overdrive, yeah?
Gotcha.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Good man, no, very good, mate.